Hello, everybody. Welcome. I am excited to be here today. I am ready to do a launch. That's right. I am doing a launch today, and I hope that you all are excited to get your hands on it. Oh my God, am so stoked. So I often see a lot of people that decide to hop into a side hustle, business, what have you, and they want to promote on social media, but they're new and they haven't had their profile reflect their business or reflect their side hustle, so to speak. And what happens is we use things like Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, all of these different platforms for personal use. And then when you start a business, it doesn't always align with what it is you're doing for a business. So you tend to mess with the algorithms when you start posting because you go from family oriented content to now business content. So I am really stoked to be able to provide you with a document to help you align your profile at a very low cost. And there is an upgrade as well where you can have me book an appointment with me to be able to dive in after you've done your alignment and be able to do a review for you, do a review audit to make sure everything is in place so that you can optimize your social media platform and have it reflect your business. Because let's face it, when you start diving into business, people have to know, like, and trust you before they do anything with you. And how do they do that? They do that through your posting, through your content, through your engagement. They do it by scanning your profile to see who you are, where you are, and what you're all about. So if your profile has a funky profile picture and it doesn't have anything to do with business and it's all wonky because it's been used for personal and it hasn't been updated in God knows how many years, and then all of a sudden you're posting trying to get onto a platform and you're trying to post to get business going, so your profiles are not aligning with your business. Hey everyone, let me know where you're joining from and let me know if you have any questions in the chat. I've got two devices going on here, so I'm looking back and forth, and TikTok tends to go through a strip pretty quickly. So if I don't get to your questions, keep reposting it so I can try to catch it. But yes, jump in the chat if you have any questions. Let me know where you're from. Tap the screen for some love if you're on TikTok so that I know you're there. And like I say, let me know where you're joining from. Today, I'm really super excited because I'm doing a launch. I'm launching a product where it's a digital product where you can utilize it to update your profile so that you can reflect your business and optimize contacts, optimize posts, optimize how to use social media for business so you can get aligned with the algorithms and get aligned with your business and your message. So anybody who's done a side hustle, whether it be network marketing, MLMs, direct sales, what have you, it doesn't matter what it is you're doing. You want your profiles, if you're doing social media, to align. So to align, that's my promo today. Now, here's the special promo. I also do digital marketing, and I promote a program that teaches you new skills of how you can leverage on digital marketing. So anybody that buys any of my digital marketing programs will have access to all of this for free. So make sure that you tap into the resources. If you want to tap into just the profile update, then get connected with me on social media and comment. I'm going to do a post after this. Comment on my post that you want access to the social media profile audit. If you want to dive into the digital marketing, which teaches you how to fully utilize online presence, not just social media, then dive in and let me know that you want access to digital marketing online business. This business that I often come here and talk about is one of the best that I found online, and I'll explain why. I am a mom that worked 55 hours a week away from home, sometimes more. And I was constantly trading time for dollars. So when you're working as an employee, like in program the way I was, you're trading time for dollars, first of all. So you're being told you got to show up at this time. You got to do a bunch of tasks that may or may not be productive, but you're getting paid to do these tasks. So here's your income cap, because that's how much there's a range of what they're willing to pay for that position. But you got to stay there all day during your peak hours, peak energy. And then when you leave at the end of the day, and for me, I did high stress, high demand, very stressful positions my entire 30 plus years of working. So for me, I'd come home exhausted. And then guess what would happen? I would be short fused. I would be very jumpy, very quick to jump, very snappy. I'd be very rude because I'm tired, I'm exhausted, I'm tapped, energy is gone. So when my husband or my child needed help or wanted anything from me, I didn't have anything left to give. I would even snap at them and say, I just need some time. Just leave me alone for a little while, please. Because work took so much from me. They drained me of all of my resources, my energy, my joy, I had no passion because I was so stressed at work because of the demand. I'd come home done, absolutely done. So if that reflects any of you, you're not alone. But I'm here to tell you there's ways to get out of that. And how you get out of that is jumping into independent business. Now, it's not easy. I'm going to be honest with you. It takes time to learn new skills and build. But let me ask you this. How many of you, let me know where you're joining from if you're jumping on here at any given time. Let me know if you have any questions. But let me ask you this. If you, oh, my phone here is acting up. If you are to do that for extended periods of time, how long would it last for you? Like how long have you been in this position of this high stress, high demand, like the ongoing stresses of working 9 to 5? Like what has it done to your body? Like that's what it did to mine. I was starting to physically get ill, by the way. It was really starting to show up in my body, in my health after 30 plus years. So what is it doing to you and what has it done to you leading up? And do you want to continue that path? Because now I want you to think about if you're living in high stress, high demand, and you're giving the best hours of your life to a job in a position that most chances, 9 chances out of 10, they don't appreciate you. They tell you they do, but they prove differently when you need something because they never want to give back. They just want to take. And I learned this the hard way. I helped a company grow, like massive stress. My doctor wanted me to leave this position. This is how stressful it was during a growth period where 2 of us took this company to over $35 million in 1 year. And they gave us 1 extra person for the next year. We grew our warehouse from 3 to 15. And in that next year, we did over $40 million. Well, guess what? All 3 of us wanted more money. Like we're giving them astronomical growth. Nobody in the history of the company has done that much per person ever. And now we wanted more money. And we were told, no, we're already paid at the cap of our position. That part I get in business. I get it. But they wouldn't change our commission structure to help bump that and say thank you. And when they didn't do anything monetized, I said, fine, give me an extra week's vacation. I only had 3 weeks vacation. Now, understand there's people with this company that have longevity that have, 4, 5, 6 weeks vacation. They would not even give me an extra week's vacation for helping them earn over $70 million, almost $80 million in 2 years. And they would not give me an extra week's vacation and no extra money. I kind of get the extra money because that's how business functions. They're on a tier. They're that pyramid of, you're here, management and ownership is up here. So that part I get, but show me something that you appreciate the stress and the bullshit that we went through for 2 years. Zippo. And even words in the company felt like we were a thorn. When they had monthly updates, they'd say, oh, pipeline's rocking. Let's see if they can do more. I'm like, what the fuck? And I said, that saying, by the way, I repeated that. I counted one day at work, so I'm sure I missed a few. It was over 50 times a day I would say that phrase. So the only way that you're ever going to have a life you deserve and desire if you're not loving your job is if you get out of that and start working for yourself. And I had to learn this the hard way. They had to lay me off for me to figure this out. I got to be honest. So if I'm going to ask you again, if you're stuck and you're feeling that stress and that energy drain and you're exhausted, you're tapped, you're being rude, ignorant, frustrated, angry with your family, what's that going to do to you 5 years from now if you stay on that path? What's it going to do to your relationships if you stay on that path? What's it going to do to your health if you stay on that path? What's it going to do to your physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual body, your soul, if you stay on that path 5 years from now? Answer those questions and sit in that pain for a minute. And then extend it 10 years from now. If you keep doing what you're doing and you're not loving it, and you're stressed and you're capped and you're tapped and you're exhausted and you're angry and you're frustrated, and all these negative thoughts like what the fuck comes out of your mouth 50 plus times a day, where will you be 10 years from now? What's that pain going to look like and feel like when you're 10 years older and this wear and tear is happening on your body and on your emotions and on your soul and on your decisions and on everything that happens to you? Where are you going to be 10 years from now? And let's jump it even 20 years from now. What state will your mental, physical, and emotional and spiritual body be in 20 years from now if you stay in that exhausted rat race, feeling exhausted, stressed, capped, tapped, angry, frustrated, vile all the time? Where will you be 20 years from now? You know, I'm in my 50s now. That 20-year question, oh my God, that hit me really hard because it meant I might not physically be here. The stress has already caused physical damage to my body. So what's going to happen if I continue down that path 5, 10, 20 years from now? And I want you to answer those questions for you. I can't answer them for you. I can only answer them for me. And that was a pain and an outcome because my child has special needs and I don't want to have to worry about her not being able to function without me until we get her to a place where she can function on her own, because she's not there yet. She's not there yet. So I have to ask, if you've got a family and if you've got a child that is in, in a special needs situation where they need you right now, is that pressure going to be worth it long term? I don't know. Like, only you can answer that. So today, I'm offering tools to help you change and navigate all of that. By learning new skills, no experience necessary, you can learn to earn online in an easy to follow step-by-step program. So it doesn't matter if you have, low tech skills. That's fine. It's not a big deal because it shows you every little step in a micro process. And this is the only program I've ever found that gives you everything you need to learn in one place. So is it worth you to learn new skills? Doesn't matter how old you are. There are people that are in their 60s and 70s wanting to add to their retirement income because it's not enough. So if they can do it, chances are you can do it. Doesn't matter your background, doesn't matter your experience level. You could be a tradesperson, you could be a receptionist, you could be a lawyer, a doctor, a nurse, and have a need or a want to dive into learning new skills that are easy to learn in a micro, step-by-step, bite-sized pieces. And it's not just a program. It's a very robust program, by the way. And you get certified now too. So I'm now certified And, you guys can only see part of it here on Facebook and YouTube. But you can get certified now to make sure that you stay ethical within the business so that you understand what it means to be a digital marketer online and how much your honor, your respect, your integrity is, and also that of the representation of the program. To be able to gain master resale rights and earn 100% profit on a $100 program, a $300 program, $600 program. The top program is $900, and it teaches you how you can gain skills to start earning $900+ per day. That's over $328,000 a year. And I'm in the process of learning those skills myself. But one thing I noticed is that there's a lot of people that dive into anything, whether it be network marketing, this, or anything, and their profiles are not aligned. And then they're wondering why they can't get sales on social media. It's because you're not aligned, and people need to know, like, and trust you. So they go to your profiles to look you up. And when they see a professional person and promoting a product or service, and then they go to their profile and they see a dog photo for a profile photo, and then the verbiage in the profile doesn't align and match with what they're saying, they're like, okay, is this a scam? Is this temporary? Are they serious? Are they long-term? So you lose the trust factor when your profile is not aligned with what you're promoting. So I am offering, for a limited time, low-cost profile audit, and you get the ability, if you choose to upgrade, you can have me book a half-hour session with you and go through it once you get it all set up when you follow the audit information. However, if you want to really dive into business and you don't have one yet, or you have one and it doesn't give you 100% profit with the automations and you want to dive into that aspect, then type in digital marketing. And in the replay post on the YouTube and social media or Facebook and on TikTok, I'm going to do a separate post after this live because the lives do not stick on TikTok. And I'm going to do a special post. So comment on the post. I don't do DMs in any of the social medias other than Facebook, because Messenger, I can do audio. And even then, I only partake in the audio messages that are around my business, because that's where I spend my time. It teaches you to focus your time because your family is most important. So I'm not interested in jumping in DMs with men that are looking for sugar, looking to find sugar daddy, sugar mamas. Like, I don't do any of that stuff. So that's why I'm very strict on DMs on social media. So if you're serious, get into the blueprint. Now, another thing I want to mention is we have a webinar starting in just a couple of hours. And if you want to be able to dive into that webinar around the digital marketing and learn more about that and understand what it's all about, make sure you go to the links in my bio right now, www.inspiredwithann.com, and with no E, I'm short, and go to that right now. Fill in your email. You'll get a copy of the blueprint, and about 15 minutes before that webinar starts, you're going to get another email that's going to give you the Zoom link. So make sure you check as soon as you fill in that email, give it about 5-10 minutes. Check your spam, your promo, your junk folder, every folder, and make sure I'm in your inbox so that you can get the link to the Zoom meeting that's going to happen in less than 2 hours now. So dive into that. That's an hour long of information straight from the founder who created this Master Resale Rights, the online community, free online community with over 50,000 people in it right now, like-minded people like you that want to change their lives and grow additional income. Hi, Venice. Let me know where you're joining from. Let me know if you have any questions. And they are jumping into the online space to earn money because they don't love their jobs. They don't love what's going on. They don't love what's happening in their world. So they chose to change it. And if you want to choose to change it, I'm here to help you change it. I'm here. If you jump in to one of these digital marketing programs, you're going to get the audit information for free. If you just want the audit and you don't want to check into the digital marketing business, then that's fine. I have a low cost entry to start. It's a promo price. It's on for limited time only. So jump into the profile audit program or audit document and get that, do your audit, and you get a chance to also upgrade if you want me to review that with you. So come check it out. There's so much going on right now. I want to help 15 of you this coming week. So today's Friday. tomorrow's the cutoff for the people that I was helping this week. So if you still want to jump in today for this week's promo, you can. But starting Sunday, I'm going to be taking on more. And I want you to be able to tap into the training, tap into the skills that it's going to take to get you free of all that stress and overwhelm. Now, why would you do this? I'm going to explain why. Because when that stress, high stress, overwhelm, exhaustion, the relationships in my world, in all of my world, have changed. Because I went from energy up here that was highly negative and stressed and tapped, capped, short fused, no energy to spend with my friends. So I became very isolated, and my relationship with my spouse and my daughter it was there, but it wasn't the best quality. And I didn't know that at the time, to be honest with you, because I functioned at that level for 30 plus years. I thought it was great until it improved. And then I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, it was a whole new world. Because now I can have more deeper conversations with my spouse and have more intimate conversations and actually be in the moment and in the present and listen and be calm before I respond. The relationship with my child who has special needs has grown astronomically, because in the program, I'm doing personal development as well. And that personal development has allowed me to slow the freak down and rest my body, rest my nervous system. My nervous system was in overdrive. That's not healthy. It's not healthy at all. So my system was in overdrive, and being able to calm all that down and be able to hear and listen to her. And now when I hear her say, like, you've not done this or you've not done that, she's bringing up stuff that I didn't do with her when I was working, and it's stuck with her that I didn't do it. So you can make all the money in the world at your job, but if you're not around, that's what they remember most. I had a conversation with her last night, and it was something she had asked me to do with her over 2 years ago, and I never did do it. It jumped out of sight and of mind. I totally forgot all about it. And she remembered. She didn't remind me, but she certainly remembered that I wasn't available for her. And she's frustrated because she feels like she's neglected because I wasn't there. So now what we do, we have a process in place. She has special needs. So when she brings this stuff up, she's agitated. So she's not ready to dive into things. So we have a whiteboard now that we have in our kitchen that we add this stuff to. The things that she wants to do. And it's there. It's a reminder for both of us so that when she's ready, she can come to me. And guess what? I'm calm enough now. Instead of saying later and later never comes, I can literally, when she says, Mom, are you busy? Do you got a minute? I'm like, why? What's up? And I don't even tell her I'm busy anymore, because even if I'm busy, depending on what I'm doing, I can put that down and come back to it because she's my number one. And I never did that before. I never did that when I was working. I was so jacked up. Even when I got home, I'm like, ah! And it never, like, later was all the time. And she got to the point where she stopped asking. So if you have kids, I ask you, have you noticed that your kids have stopped asking? Because mine certainly did. And I did not notice until I was laid off and got my time back and started the personal development within these new skills that it gives you to learn to earn online. Thanks for the hearts. I appreciate it. Thanks for joining me. Let me know where you're joining from. Let me know if you have any questions. But that is the difference that these programs make. It's not just teaching you skills how to learn online. It's teaching you personal development as well. It taught me to slow this freaking body down and start getting healthy again. It's Costa Rica. Oh my God, that's awesome. Thanks for joining. And see, that's another thing. This online business, we're talking to people all over the world. Thank you, my love. I'm glad to see you too. And we're talking to people all over the world. We're building relationships with people all over the world. Like Evelyn just joined me on TikTok. And we follow each other. We stay in touch. We stay in touch in the community. We stay in touch on TikTok. Like, this is a beautiful thing. You know, I did an interview with Cecilia from South Africa, Cecilia Jacobs. What a beautiful woman. Yes, I love our community too. Gives me goosebumps when I talk about it, right? Because we're building friendships and new families. We're building a different relationship Because not only are we surrounding ourselves with like-minded people, we're eliminating the negative bullshit that we got from our everyday life. When I got let go from work, I was so freaking excited. Like I used to call myself the weirdo that got excited about work. And then I realized, no, that was the right attitude to have. So I don't refer to myself as the weirdo that got excited I got laid off, because most people go into a deep depression and dive into, oh my God, I'm no good, I'm worthiness, like the worthiness issues come up, and those worthiness issues stem from childhood. They just don't reappear just because you got laid off. They were deep within you. But that's what I'm saying, is that this online business changes aspects of your life that you don't even see happening. It changed my health when I got my time back. And then when I dove into this program, there was another jump in improvement because of the work I did, the skills I learned, the ability to earn online and make an income working 2 focused hours a day. By the way, I actually put in a little bit more because I'm still on the learning phase. So I put in 3 to 4 hours a day because I'm not working a job. But if you're working a job, do 2 focused hours of income activity and give yourself another half hour to an hour to learn. I say an hour. And you can do that without taking extra time. Because when you wake up in the morning and you hop in the shower and you get out, especially us women, you got to put on your makeup. Well, typically that bathroom's quiet. You can get your phone, your computer, whatever, and have your programming teaching you in the background. While you're getting breakfast, that can be playing and you can be learning in the background. You don't have to sit at a computer and do it and take up extra time. When you travel to and from work, you can have your program playing. When you're on your breaks or your lunch hour, you can be diving into your 2 hours of income activities during your breaks and your lunch hour. On your way home, you can tap into the training. This is what Amy did. Amy was working 2 jobs, 70 hours a week. She had no time to do additional sit-down time to learn. She had to do it on the move. And she was nearing burnout. So she really dove into the training and the teachings and implemented them. Key thing, they say knowledge is power, and it's not. Knowledge is power when you implement it, when you take action with the knowledge you've just gained. Otherwise, it's just knowledge and it goes off into oblivion. So knowledge is power when you implement it. And she implemented it. And for her, in 10 and a half weeks, she didn't just replace 1 job, she replaced 2. This woman is a phenomenal contributor in the community. She's a multiple 6-figure earner. She's been with the founder for, oh my God, almost 2 years now. She has announced just recently that she is up to 18 income streams. 18 income streams. And she came from nothing, working her honey off 2 jobs just to hold down a household and never see her kids. And now she sees her kids all the time. She's putting one of them through college, university, and she's a multiple 6-figure earner. She doesn't have to worry about that anymore. How do you think her life has changed mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically? Like, if she kept doing the 70 hours and 2 jobs, because she's a single mom, she has no other income. Dad's not in the picture. And if she kept going down that 70-hour path, working 2 jobs, if she were to get ill, which she was starting to as well, if she got severely ill and could not work, she would have lost everything, potentially even her kids. Because if you don't have an income to pay the bills and keep the roof over the head, where are your kids going to be? Where are you going to be? So that's why this business is so crucial. So when you ask her what this business has done for her, it's a pretty powerful, emotional conversation. And she's not the only one. It's changed my life. It's changing so many other people's lives. I'm in the midst of building the 6-figure income because I now want to get my husband free of his 9-to-5. I now want to pay off all debts, gone, wiped out. I want to pay cash for my next vehicle. And then after that, I want to start building my investment portfolio, my savings, my slush fund, or what they call emergency fund. I want to start building. Hi, how are you, Harry? Thanks for joining. Harry just joined us from Calgary, Alberta, and I'm just north of Edmonton. So he's my neighbor. And we met in this community. We met with this digital marketing business. So how powerful is that you get to meet neighbors through this whole thing? I'm going to go flying with him possibly this summer. Well, if he'll have me. But that's my point, is I would have never done that if I was working 9 to 5. I wouldn't have had time. I wouldn't have been able to go because I only had 3. Yes, I love this community too. Absolutely. And if I was still working my 9 to 5, I would have been high stress, high demand, go, go, go. Let's earn another 40 million. Hell, let's make it 50, 60 million. Let's cap you out to the point where you don't exist anymore. And yeah, you only get 3 weeks vacation. I wouldn't have had time to go down and spend any time with Harry if I was still working. I would not have had time to go down flying with him. He's 3 hours away. So I'm looking at a good solid day. And if I want to have a good visit with him, I'm looking at booking a night somewhere and spending 2 days before I travel back home. He's actually 4 hours away from me now because I live north of Edmonton now. So that's my prime example of I get to do that now. I couldn't do that before. I couldn't do it before. So that's the difference in the your quality of relationships skyrockets like you've never thought possible. Because when you're in that rat race and that's all you did for the last 30 plus years is work, feeling that tap, capped and strapped and exhausted and frustration and anger and whatever else boils in your blood. For me, it was a lot of negativity. I didn't even realize I was in that mode. I thought I was fairly happy-go-lucky because I have a laugh for everything. I have a laugh when something's funny. I have a laugh when I'm happy. I have a laugh when I'm joyful. I have a laugh when I'm sarcastic. I have a laugh when I'm angry. And I have a laugh when I'm pissed off. You get to know what those laughs look like and sound like. But that's my point. Everybody's like, oh, Anne, you're so jovial. And I'm like, yeah. There's my sarcastic laugh, right? So that's my point. Like, you get to release so much pressure when finances are relieved. When you release your finances, you relieve the pressure. So if you are interested in just diving into updating your profile, then that is launching today. And like I said, I'm going to do a video on TikTok because lives disappear. But you guys are going to have the replays here on Facebook and YouTube and TikTok. Like I say, I'm going to have an additional post. So jump into the chat and comment profile audit. And if you're interested in the digital marketing piece where you actually want to find another way to make money or help streamline your current form of business. So if you're in network marketing or doing direct sales or anything else, this program will help you streamline it and get your hours focused. So you're not DMing people and making lists of family and friends and all this other BS that I hate. It will help you streamline all that. So if you dive into and you purchase a digital marketing program, you're going to get the audit for free. That's going to be yours for free. And that will be yours for free. When I say both pieces, you either get the audit where you do it yourself, or you can also upgrade and have me do a review after you've updated your profile. And if you jump into the digital marketing program system and you join our community and you start your online business and help it refine your current business, you will get all of that audit for free. But if all you want is the audit and you don't want to jump into the digital marketing, learning new skills, making money online, focused hours, 100% profit, you don't want to do any of that and you just want the profile audit, then that is an introductory low price because I'm launching today. And I don't know how long I'm going to keep that low price there. But right now it's $49 US. And then you have the option to upgrade or not to have me do a review audit with you after you've updated everything. So up to you. I'm going to. Thanks for all the love. Thanks for the hearts. Let me know where you're joining from. Let me know if you have any questions. If I've missed your questions on TikTok, please put them back in because sometimes that feed goes too fast and I can't see it. And same thing here with the Facebook and the YouTube. If you have questions, let me know. Let me know. Jump into the comments. Say I'm not a lover of DMs because I only reply to DMs if they are relevant to my business and my time. If I just get a hello, I don't respond. Love you, but I don't have time for general conversations. I have a life, I have a mission. I am passionate to helping 15 people this week. So I don't have time for hellos. How are you? How's your digital marketing going? How's this going? Let me know how I can help you, and we can jump into a conversation, and I will help you. I will help you transform your life. I will help you change your situation. I will help you adjust your stinking thinking. I will help you with your profile, and I will help you find your success if you're committed to you. I cannot build this business for you, but I can be your biggest cheerleader. I can be your biggest cheerleader. So if that's what you're looking for and that's what you want, and you want to be able to learn new skills, learn, grow, earn 100% profit with a pre-built automated system given to you, access to a free community of 50,000 plus people, and no making lists of friends and family, and learning to put your business on passive income and autopilot, then the digital marketing is what you want. If all you want is to update your profile because you just started something new and you don't want to add anything, then just type in profile audit, and I'll send you the link where you can sign up for just the profile audit. And like I say, both options, you can opt in or not to have me review it after you're done. And that's 30 minutes of my time. And again, that I have that discounted as well. So huge savings to update your profile so it's professional and working cohesively with your business. So I hope that you jump in, because this is a limited time offer. I don't know how long it's going to last. The digital marketing piece, 15 people get all of that for you get your program you have to pay for, but the digital audit and the profile audit and the review, you'll get that for free if you jump into digital marketing. Okay. So if you're interested in digital marketing, in less than an hour and a half away, we have a Zoom webinar coming up. And if you get your blueprint 15 minutes prior to that, you'll get access to the link to join the webinar. You have to check your spam and your junk and your promo folders to make sure you get the blueprint and move everything to your inbox so that you can get the email with the Zoom link. The Zoom link will be sent out 15 minutes before the webinar. So if you want to join that, get that information, dive into it, and don't hesitate. Like, the links are all in my bio to get the blueprint to get access to the webinar. So you get the blueprint first, and then 15 minutes before the webinar, you're going to get the webinar link, the Zoom link. So get into that now while you still can. Give yourself time to get the emails and get the blueprint, and check your junk, spam, and promo folders, and move it to your inbox. I don't know who's setting up these notification accounts on TikTok, but yeah, it's kind of frustrating. So make sure that you do that and get that blueprint before the webinar, because you want my email in your safe sender list. Anyhow, my loves, I'm going to jump off. If you have questions, jump in the comments. I'm going to do a quick post after this live on TikTok so that they have something to reply to. And for Facebook and YouTube, if you're following me, great. If you're not, get following and jump in the comments. I'll send you that information. So remember, either you just want the profile audit, type in profile audit, or if you want the digital marketing and the blueprint, by the way, is free. And it'll show you, thanks, Harry, see you soon. And it will show you how everything works for free. Then when you pick your program, you'll get an email, a separate email from me with the profile audit for free. I'll give you a discount code so that you can access that for free. Anyhow, my loves, take care, everybody. We'll talk to you soon.